Knowledge Transfer Partnerships is a government-sponsored national initiative whereby you've got an organisation, primarily small to medium-sized enterprises, that have got a strategic problem or a strategic need, and they've not got the skills, knowledge or expertise to solve their problem themselves. They identify a university that has got that expertise. We then recruit nationally what is called a KTP associate. They are recent graduates. They are employed by the university, but as I say, they work in the company to deliver that project, basically, supported by the academics who go in and meet them half a day a week to provide that academic input and that latest thinking. One of the questions that I always ask the company is, what is it that you want to be able to do yourself that you can't do now? And if they can answer that question, then clearly they want that knowledge transfer, and that kind of differentiates between it being a piece of consultancy or knowledge transfer. They don't always know what they don't know, so they won't necessarily be aware of the academic expertise that is available or that they need. So I'll go out, have the discussion, what's the project about, and then come back to the university and identify a team of academics that have got that expertise. I would then arrange for the academic team with myself to go out to the company and for everybody to sit and discuss in more detail the project. And that's always a good indicator for both parties as to, can you work with these people for the next 2 years? And it's important that everybody understands that each person is going into it with a different agenda, and you recognise that and you respect that agenda. But as long as everybody gets out of it what they wanted, then you've got a good, happy result.
My background is that I was a KTP back in the day, so I've tried and ensure that the student is supported, or the associate is supported. We have a very informal relationship. We've tried to make it that we go down there as often as we can. If we don't go down there once a week or once a fortnight, the student can quite happily contact us. It's a very open relationship, but I think it's really nice to have that sort of support network for the associate, because they are very much there on their own and they are very much driving a project and they are new to the whole process. For your research profile and your funding profile, it's beneficial to have a KTP or to be involved in a KTP. On the flip side of that, don't go into a KTP if you don't expect hard work, challenges, and you've got to see the project through to close. It's a long project, it's 2 years, so it's a bit of an investment in time. To have the buy-in from senior management. These are the people that will make or break a KTP. If you have got senior management buy-in, that can be very problematic when you are sort of suggesting new ideas, asking for investment to roll out the KTP or to solve the problem.
I, as an associate with CETA Solutions, am developing this enterprise system, which is basically replacing the current existing rudimentary and archaic systems in CETA Solutions, for example, Excel sheets, spreadsheets, and Word, etc. And the other thing, what I'm aiming to do here is to change the communication channel within the organisation employees and between their organisation partners and vendors, etc. So get elements of social media into the project as well. What we are also doing as a part of the project is to discuss possibilities of this product actually becoming a software as service for CETAs to be able to make revenue out of this eventually. As a postgraduate just passed out of the university, it's a great opportunity to be given that amount of responsibility to manage your project yourself. I'm getting this vast amount of technical knowledge because I'm a software developer, so to be able to develop this project myself individually is massive amount of technical experience that I'm getting. And the third thing, I think the benefit is that to be able to get all these trainings, because you have a massive training budget and you are able to do these trainings that you would have probably not been able to do as an individual. You as a KTP associate are driving this whole project, and the success is completely on your shoulders, so you have to make sure you keep driving the project.
We were approached perhaps 3 or 4 years ago by the university. They described the KTP programme to us. At the time we didn't have a project, we were quite excited at the prospect. As this period of change came up and we recognised that these new technologies were needed, it was a natural decision really to pick the phone up and call the university. It was the opportunity we've been looking for really to exploit the programme. From an internal perspective, much more efficient operation, much quicker from receiving a request from a client, for example, to actually processing the order and then handling that order through to delivery once the project's complete. Ultimately improve customer service, so the customer's experience of Cetus is improved and enhanced. So rather than just seeing us as a fulfilment house who deliver IT services, they feel part of the process, and it's more of an ongoing relationship, so it extends those relationships in the organisation. And again, internal communication, I think just improved communication flow through the company. The advice I would give would be, again, choose your associate very carefully. Spend a lot of time getting the right associate. They're key to the project, and if it requires a second round of interviews, do so. Make sure you have the right associate. That would be the single biggest one. Commit your resource. Don't see it as an isolated project. It is part of the organisation. The organisation needs to understand that this is fundamental change, that they're doing something as part of not as a separate entity or something as an exercise for university, but actually as a benefit to the organisation. So commit resources and get buy-in from the whole company. And I think thirdly, I would say engage with the academic team. You've got a great wealth of experience behind the associate back at the university. So bring them in, involve them, join the meetings, because there's a wealth of knowledge there which you can sort of work together to benefit the programme.